So I'm in the all-new 2022 Nissan Frontier. You know what? We've been waiting a really long time for this. We're actually getting a chance to drive it today, so let's do this. This is really a first drive video, but let's just take a moment to look at the thing. It's got a new design, looks more rugged and ready for action than the previous model, and wowee, I like this a lot. Worth the wait, I'd say. So I'm going to talk about the interior for just a quick second because that definitely impacts the driving experience. The improvements in here are huge. Let's start with a 9-inch available touchscreen. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay both come standard. This is such a massive upgrade and is definitely going to improve your driving experience in the Frontier. And now the 7-inch gauge cluster is customizable and much easier to see than it was before. It's modern and functional in here and finally feels like it can compete with the rest of the midsize segment's formidable competition, like the Toyota Tacoma, Chevy Colorado, and Ford Ranger. So under the Frontier's new rugged exterior, it also gets more power in the form of a 3.8-liter V6. Now, you're getting a best-in-class 210 horsepower. That's up from 261 from the previous version. And let me tell you, when you're going up steep stuff or doing kind of trucky things, that extra power, you can really feel it, and boy, it really helps. The torque numbers are the same as with the previous V6, but with that extra power that accompanies it, you feel as though you're getting more grunt from this truck. It's definitely working harder for you than it used to. Especially when you're tackling some steep or technical terrain, you want that low part of the rev range to really deliver, and this new Frontier absolutely does. The 9-speed automatic transmission works very well in the low gears. To me, the ratios on the transmission are really nicely placed. And you know what? Sometimes if I'm driving off-road and I know that the truck doesn't know what's coming up next, you can just shift it into manual and kind of do a little downshifting on your own. But honestly, from the previous 5-speed transmission that you got in the old model, this 9-speed is an absolute game changer. That added power also gets owners more towing capacity with a max of 6,720 pounds in the two-wheel drive version. So one of my favorite things about the Frontier is that it has remained small. So this is staying relatively true to the mid-size truck segment. The only place where it's really grown a little bit and gotten a little bit of size is in the front end for the new grille. But you know what? This truck is still really agile, very maneuverable in some tight spots. The other thing that I'm going to point out that I'm absolutely loving is the steering. Nissan has gone back to hydraulic steering here, so it's got really good weight. It's so much more precise, and I really feel like on-road, off-road, I'm not having to make nearly as many corrections as I was before. This is a huge improvement. The suspension has also been reworked. But how do all those things translate when you're sitting behind the wheel? So there are 3 things about driving on-road that really stick out to me. First is the acceleration. I really can feel a huge difference with this engine. If I want to get out of a sticky situation, the power feels like it's pretty much right there for me. So the second is the ride. Yes, it is obviously a truck, and so it's tuned to have payload, but when you've got nothing back there, it's still really comfortable. It has new stabilizer bars in the front and the rear. It has new jounce bumpers as well as cab mounts. So you're really comfortable when you're driving around here and you don't feel like it's as trucky as, like, say, the Tacoma. Really market improvement. The third thing is the noise. There are 41 new places where Nissan has accounted for sound damping. So things like wind, engine noise, road noise is really greatly improved. I will say if you put bigger tires on this, you're probably going to see a little bit of difference there, but for now, it's a pretty pleasant experience in here. Visibility in the Frontier is good, but if you should want some additional safety assurances, then Nissan's got you covered with some really good driving assistance features, including standard forward collision warnings. Nissan's Safety Shield 360, their full suite of safety goodies, is available as an option. So as far as comfort, Nissan has put their zero-gravity seats in here, and you know what? I mean, again, compared to the seats in the last model, there is a huge improvement here. The one thing that I'm going to say is a little bit of a negative is with the steering wheel, I can't telescope it at all. So I can move it up and down. I can't move it closer to me and further away. So I would love a little bit more adjustment, but that's what it is.
Speaking of off-roading, 4x4 models get some great features that help you out when you're driving off the beaten path.
Both hill descent and hill start come standard on all 4x4 models. Some people who are maybe more advanced at off-roading may not want to use those systems, but they're there if you need them.
The Pro 4X model gets a locking rear differential and beefier Bilstein shocks, and more underbody armor for when you're really in tough stuff. Add that to the extra boost from the engine and you're getting yourself a powerful and very useful off-road tool here. For someone not interested in the whole off-road banana, there is a Pro X version reminiscent of the Desert Runner that's got some of the suspension parts of the Pro 4X, but is only rear-wheel drive. One more new thing that I'm very excited about, a damped tailgate. Hey, it is the little things that add up.
So another pretty cool thing, Nismo is getting back into the off-road space, and they're actually going to be offering a lot of accessories and aftermarket parts that will be available at dealerships. So you're going to have an opportunity to customize your Frontier as well.
Pricing on the base Frontier starts at $27,840 or $29,000 $340. Add about $3,000 for the 4x4 versions of those. You can spend close to $40,000 for the Pro 4X Crew Cab. In that spread, there's an option for a lot of different truck buyers.
Obviously, there's going to be a lot more to talk about with the Nissan Frontier, and we're definitely going to do that, so subscribe to the KBB YouTube channel. But at first glance, man, Nissan really has a home run here, and I can't wait to learn more about it.